friends, welcome to Uncommon Reader. My name is Daniela. This video is all about my May reading plans. I usually create a very strict TBR, which I follow religiously, but since I'm in California this month, I really wanted to improvise and see what books I would find at the library, Friends of the Library corner, or at bookstores. So I have made more purchases after the ones I've showed you in a recent video, my first video from California. I did bring a book from Italy as well. This is by an Italian author, not translated in any language. Actually, this was a brand new release that was released on April 17th, and it's called In Paris with the Impressionists. So this is a very interesting series of books by Giulio Perrone Editore. And they're all about cities and things that are related to cities. I actually had read In Paris with Marcel Proust a couple of years ago, and they have cities from Europe or from Italy as well. So it's a very intriguing series of books, and they're all independent from one another. And what I love about it is that you really enter in the spirit of each city. So as I love Impressionist art, I couldn't miss purchasing this one. Oh, and this is the book I've started reading this month, and I've shown you in my first book haul from California, a bookseller in Kabul, and I am really loving it. A lot of cultural informations, and I'm really enjoying it and learning a lot about Afghanistan's culture. And then I purchased some of the books that I might read this month or may not. And I'm gonna start with South Sea Tales by Jack London. Every time I'm in California, I try to buy books and increase my collection of Jack London and another author you'll see very soon. This is a series of course, short tales, like the celebrated Klondike Tales. The stories that comprise South Sea Tales derive their intensity from the author's own far-flung adventures, conveying an impassionate, unsparing vision born only of experience. The powerful tales gathered here vividly evoke the turn-of-the-century colonial Pacific and its capricious tropical landscape, while also transiently observing the delicate interplay between imperialism and the exotic. So I am not sure I'm going to start this in May, but it will definitely come back to Italy with me. And oh my gosh, here he is, James Baldwin, not one, but two. So I just bought this at Moe's in Berkeley, and this is a very intense book. It says, a national bestseller when it first appeared in 1963, The Fire Next Time galvanized the nation and gave passionate voice to the emerging civil rights movement. At once a powerful evocation of James Baldwin's early life in Harlem and a disturbing examination of the consequences of racial injustice, The Fire Next Time is an intensely personal and provocative document. It consists of 2 letters written on the occasion of the centennial of the Emancipation Proclamation that exhorts Americans, both black and white, to attack the terrible legacy of racism. And actually, I did read the first letter to his nephew already. I read it while my boyfriend and I were on our way back home from Berkeley. So I really wanted to share James Baldwin's writing with him. It's so powerful. I adore this man. So I couldn't resist buying Go Tell It on the Mountain, which is James Baldwin's first major work that was based in part on his own childhood in Harlem, with lyrical precision, psychological directness, resonating symbolic power, and a rage that is at once unrelenting and compassionate. Go Tell It to the Mountain chronicles a 14-year-old boy's discovery of the terms of his identity as the stepson of the minister of a Pentecostal storefront church in Harlem one Saturday in March 1935. Baldwin's rendering of his protagonist's spiritual, sexual, and moral struggle towards self-invention opened new possibilities in the American language and in the way Americans understood themselves. Originally published in 1953, Baldwin said of his first novel, "Mountain is the book I had to write if I was ever going to write anything else." So with this line, how can you not buy this book? And look at this amazing cover. I love it. Another book I purchased for $1 at the library, Friends of the Library sale, is this book that I think I'm going to bring with me in our upcoming trip to Virginia. It's Silent House by Orhan Pamuk. And listen to this story if it's not intriguing. In a crumbling mansion in a gentrified former fishing village on a Turkish coast, the widow Fatma awaits the annual visit of her grandchildren. Farouk, a dissipated historian, his sensitive leftist sister Nilgun, and Metin, a high school student drawn to the fast life of the nouveau riche. Bedridden, Fatma is attended by her faithful servant Recep, a dwarf, and her late husband's illegitimate son. Mistress and servant share memories and grievances from the past, but the arrival of Recep's cousin Hassan, a fervent right-wing nationalist, threatens to draw the family into the political cataclysm arising from Turkey's tumultuous century-long struggle for modernity. Written in the 1980s, but never before published in English, this spellbinding novel is a stunning addition to the works of Nobel Prize-winning author Orhan Pamuk. So let's see when this book was first published. Oh, it's not that old. It's 2012, so that's when it was published in USA. This author comes really recommended to me, and I think that's going to be my next read after I finish The Bookseller of Kabul. This other book also intrigues me. I have saved a screenshot of this book, and I can't remember on my phone, and I can't remember why. Where did I hear talking about The Sympathizer by Viet Thanh Nguyen? I don't know how to pronounce his last name, I'm sorry. He's a Vietnamese writer. He was raised in USA, actually. He's the author of the short story collection The Refugees and the Committed, which continues the story of The Sympathizer. Okay, good to know. The winner of the Pulitzer Prize in Fiction, as well as 7 other awards, The Sympathizer is one of the most acclaimed books of the 21st century, with the pace and suspense of a thriller and a prose that has been compared to Graham Greene and Vladimir Nabokov. The Sympathizer is a sweeping epic of love and betrayal. The narrator, a communist double agent, is a man of two minds. A half-French, half-Vietnamese army captain who comes to America after the fall of Saigon, and while building a new life with other Vietnamese refugees in Los Angeles, is secretly reporting back to his communist superiors in Vietnam. The Sympathizer is a blistering exploration of identity and America, a gripping spy novel, and a powerful story of love and friendship. Oh my gosh, I want to read this too, right away. 2 books, sort of with a Paris theme, I'm in love with Paris. So I found this biography, a fictionized biography of the Baron Haussmann. He was the one that revolutionized the look of the streets of Paris, on assignment by Napoleon III. And this is Haussmann, or the Distinction. Let's see. Baron Georges Eugene Haussmann, who transformed Paris from the filthy and haphazard medieval city into the jewel of Europe, is rumored on his deathbed to have wished all his work undone. But why? The answer lies in the entwined stories of Madeleine, a foundling from the magical old world Haussmann destroyed, of the Fons, a demolition man who sold the rubble of Paris as antiques, and of a three-sided affair that reveals the moral bankruptcy of a city, a corruption hidden by a transformative work of its brilliant architect. I don't know, is this real or just totally invented? I don't know. I will see. I hope there is a preface from the author. So, okay, anyway, I will find out if it's based on true facts or not. Last but not least, look at this beautiful book, The Parisian. This is the first novel by Isabella Hamad. And this is the first novel, the debut novel of Isabella Hamad, winner of the 2018 Plimpton Prize of Fiction, Palestine Book Award, and the Sue Kaufman Prize from the American Academy of Arts and Letters. So this is a masterful debut novel by Isabella Hamad. The Parisian leads us on an extraordinary journey through the life and romances of one young man from his studies in France during World War I to his return to Palestine at the dawn of its battle for independence. Rich and immersive, and devastating in its power, The Parisian is a love story that illuminates a pivotal period of Palestinian history in a tour de force from a brilliant new voice in fiction. I want to read this too. Will I be able to read this in May? Well, stay tuned. This is my last book for today. And we'll see what I'll end up reading. And I think a spring wrap-up reads should come up soon here on the channel, but I haven't done a book tag in a while, so I have to catch up on those as well. So we'll see what's coming up next here on Uncommon Reader. I hope you'll stay tuned. Thanks for your support. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to connect with you in the comments. Take care for now, and happy readings. Ciao.